earth awakens her rime-hearted Mother Earth.
All right, we're everyone's gathered, assembled, and you find yourselves deep beneath the surface of the glacier. I think who was it? Anita, Cletus. Can you give us a bit of a background of leading up to where we are now, before I spear off and do it?
Yep. So this previous session, the whole party was just taking a rest before going into the caves. We got word from our wolf tribe, Rhaegar barbarians, that the saber-toothed tiger tribe was coming. So a fight ensued. Quite a lot of people died, and then all of a sudden, Oral shows up with her army of frost giant skeletons, and she ends up killing everybody in her sight, including the saber-toothed tiger. So, in desperation, our wolf tribe barbarians helped us escape into the Cave of Hungers. Luckily, Jacuz came on time. He was off fighting in another area during his watch, and he was able to just make it while we're retreating down into the caves. So the party's been in the caves for a while now, and we've explored, and we've had a few run-ins with some fiery skeletons and a undead gnome.
Knoll, yeah.
Gnoll,
Tiny
an
guy.
undead gnoll that appeared in a gaseous form, and he disappeared in a gaseous form. So now we're a little bit unsure which way to go, because we're still trying to get to the location, which is the city of Netheril.
I think you're right. You've gone a long way into the glacier, but a lot of it was just going through the crack, the crevasse that you'd opened up, and it seems like you've finally got to an area that is old tunnels and pre-existed before the split that you've just created. So a little bit of some ice imps, frosty type creatures that you'd expect you might find in a glacier. Elementals, effectively, tiny little ones, dropping icicles on you. But those flame skulls were particularly nasty, as you found 4 headless wizard corpses in a crashed sky coach under the glacier, oddly, but of Netherese make. So you're seeing artifacts and things that are indicating that there's definitely Netheril stuff buried here. And even in the tower that you're in, the large chamber that you're in right now has got pillars and broken pieces of stone that's been carved by magic. And there's a tower that looks like it's speared down into the earth, fallen straight through the glacier, and some of it is exposed to you. You can see a round tower which would be about 20-30 feet across, but you can only see half of it. Obviously, some of it is completely frozen, locked into the ice wall. What do you want to do from here? I think everyone is at relatively good health. There's been a bit of healing going on at the end of last session.
Does the tower look like it can be walked through, or is it solid?
Yeah, okay, so Cletus, you head over to the walls of the tower, and you don't see any doorway. The doorway might be beneath you or above you, or there might not have ever been one. It's more like you're sort of halfway up a tower and looking at it, but there's cracks through it. It looks like it's not lost, it's completely shattered, but it's badly damaged from the fall most likely, and there's cracks that you can peer through, and there's a bit of a purpley blue glow coming from through those cracks that you can see.
I can make you a door, Cletus, if you want.
Yeah. All right.
I try to break the wall with my hammer.
Okay, all right, no worries. You spit on your hands and saddle up, double-handed. What do we call? What's the hammer called again? Trauma. That's right. Yeah. And start pounding away at the sides of this tower. It's not so much as, if you were needing to do this urgently, you might have to really find a sweet spot and whatnot. But over a few minutes of crashing away, you smash through a piece of rock. It opens up to be about the size of your fist, and then it's the size of your head. And surely it won't be too long before you could squeeze through. Are you just going to keep cracking away, Jacus?
Yeah, well, it is adamantine, so I do double damage, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The chips are flying, definitely.
Yep, just pounding away till it's big enough for us to go through.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Was there another way through back where the flame skulls were?
There was 3 little alcoves all joined together back where the flame skulls came from, and you'd had a bit of a hunt around, but there was no clear pathway. It looks like it was a bit of a side chamber.
And Cletus will say, I think the southwest corridor leads to that area where I sent my crab, Eugene. Don't think that's going to be of any use. So we either have to go through the tower or go take the southeast route here.
Yep. I've got the this map set to explore. So if you've been anywhere, it should now show revealed on your map, and obviously you won't see if other creatures come into those areas, but you'll at least have an idea of the lay of the land. So I'm assuming that someone is scribing the pathways you're going through and the shape and size of the rooms, which effectively means that what you're seeing on screen is where you are. Okay, Jacus.
Yep.
Eventually you crack a wide enough hole that you're pretty sure Cletus can squeeze through. And at this stage you can see quite clearly when you go to step back that the inside of the walls of this chamber are in shifting geometric patterns. And that's where the magical stuff.
Okay. Want to go inside, Cletus?
Do you want me to go in, scout in first? It's a better question.
Can you take Eugene with you, Sharpie?
As long as it doesn't make any noise, sure.
Eugene will go with Sharpie.
Okay.
Yeah, Sharpie will sneak in and have a look around.
And Cletus will be looking through Eugene's eyes.
Okay, so Sharpie squeezes in. Cletus's eyes roll back in his head, and he clearly is in some sort of trance. And the little crab crawls out from Cletus's sleeve or whatnot and scuttles over, following Sharpie.
I caught crabs from Cletus.
All right, let's zoom in a little. Zoom in the action. Okay, so Sharpie, you're in a what looks like a cylindrical room. Looks like the top of it's been smashed off, and the ceiling is ice above, and the floor is also the floor is stone. So it looks like this is the floor of a chamber. It's a little bit of a hop down to get to it. Lower than the level that you were walking on. In the middle of the room is a corpse in a white robe.
Alright. Check around the room, and then have a look at the corpse.
Okay.
Describe what I see telepathically to, I think it was Thread's jacket, and I'll tell.
Yeah, okay. Cletus, you're looking through through the eyes of your familiar. Can you roll a Arcana check?
Oh. A natural 12.
Okay.
Wait, is it? I'm rolling the crab stats or Cletus' stats?
No, Cletus' stats. It's your intelligence, your observation.
Oh, okay. Then Arcana +4, 16.
Okay. All right. It looks like these runes are arcane, so wizard or maybe warlock or sorcerer based, and they're probably leaning towards the school of abjuration, protection, and you get an idea that these runes are designed to enhance your magical restoration rather than your physical healing. So your magical recovery might be stronger or enhanced if you rest in this tower. And it's clearly still active, still working.
Okay. Does it look like? Would Cletus have an idea of how to activate it, or how long the rest would be? Sorry.
It feels active.
As in, you just go in and just rest up. Okay.
Yeah, it feels like it's almost, like if you went and laid down in a hospital bed, put on some, I don't know, some incense or whatever, and it would be soothing to you and restful from a physical healing. This is more magical restoration.
Then Cletus's eyes will turn back to normal, and he'll let the group know, I think the tower inside, it might be good for us to take a quick rest in there. I feel some healing properties in there, and I'm sure everybody would benefit from this. And he'll make his way in there.
Okay.
Only thing is, Oral is coming, perhaps coming through the...
Yeah, I think resting seems like a bad plan unless we're absolutely desperate.
Is Cletus feeling any restorative properties as soon as he enters?
No, not as soon as you enter. It's more like if you spent a fair bit of time here recuperating.
Okay.
And Sharpie...
We are short on time.
Sharpie, the two walls encroach that have smashed through the sides of this chamber, and you can actually see there's a small 5-foot passage where you can squeeze through, and you can see the curve of the tower on the other side opening up to a larger chamber beyond. Again, there's cracks you can peek through if you want to, but it's dark, there's no light coming through.
That's fine, I'll peek through the crack.
Yep. Okay. You look through to a... can you see the area, by the way? Or is that hidden from
I can't see through the cracks, I can see the cracks there.
Oh, okay, alright. I'll see if I can reveal that to you. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so peeking through the cracks, you can see it opens out to a larger chamber strewn with rubble. Looks like pieces of tower spread all over the ground here. And there are a couple of side chambers, maybe 5 foot or so across. Okay. And that's all you can see.
So, just more bits of tower and a few side chambers.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll pass that on. The crack's big enough for Sharpie to squeeze through.
No, you'd need to get a jackhammer.
And was there any way up or down in this little section of tower?
No, it looks like it's a single floor that survived.
Fair enough. Alright, Jackus, you want to try going through the other side of this?
Hammer time.
You can hear through these tunnels, Jackus, as you come over. In the distance, the same sort of little cackling that you heard before, starting to get a bit louder.
Oh, as I hear it louder, I pound harder.
Okay. So you start pounding away, and eventually you smash open a way loud enough, big enough to squeeze through.
I'll try to check if I see any of those same things we've fought with.
No, you can't see any of those little mephits. You can roll a perception check to see if you can spot something. Okay, yeah, you don't. You can clearly hear more of this jabbering, muttering, scrabbling sound, cackling almost. Off in the distance. So while it's very easy to hear in these tunnels, you're giving you advantage to any perception rolls. Direction's very difficult.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's go. Let's go, Sharpie.
Threads. Oliver on the other side strolls. Sort of looks at you, looks at the hole in the tower, and can squeeze his nose in, but that's about it.
It's the only way out that we know of the way that we came.
As far as that you've seen so far, yeah.
Okay, well, I give him a big hug around his fluffy neck, and I just say, we'll come back for you, or we'll send you a message about where to meet us or how to get out later.
Okay. He looks at you, and it gives you his most melancholy owlbear look.
Oh.
But Dawn flaps over and sits on your shoulder, and Valine goes into the tower to sort of sit down and put her sunnies on for a bit. Put some cucumber on her eyes. Ash Louise, do we have you here? Are you about?
Yes, I'm with the group.
Good. Do you want to follow through? They've all vanished now. They're all off into the tower, apart from Moltel.
Who was going to wait until everyone stopped talking politely.
Yeah.
To have a listen down this corridor that I'm standing in front of.
Sure. Okay. So it looks like that the passage that was directly south of where you are, rather than off to the east, which is where the tower was, is natural ice steps. So the ice is shattered and must have shifted, causing a series of steps twisting down and going down, going downwards. So you can't actually see very far. It's a spiral not a spiral staircase, but twists and turns out of sight.
Yeah, and it's going down.
Yes.
It's descending.
Yes.
I'm just gonna. What can I throw down there that can make sure I know where that tunnel leads? I'm going to throw an arrow down there,
Okay.
down this tunnel.
Yep.
And if we happen to come across that arrow, I know where it leads.
Okay. All right, no worries. I'll do a little drawing. It'll be out of sight of you most likely, but I'll draw a little arrow on the ground there so that if you do come back to it, you'll spot it. Okay, cool. That's done.
And then I'm going to join the rest of the party.
Okay. There's no other response to your arrow. Ash Louise, you're alone in this chamber, and you sense something behind you.
I turn around to have a look with my 300 feet dark vision.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. You see in a dark, hulking shape moving through the ice. So it seems to just drift through the ice. It has quite long streamers or tendrils or tentacles coming off from it, and these dark, shadowy shapes go higher than the ceiling and wrap through the roof. And the main bulk of this entity or this creature goes from the ceiling down the wall behind you, and then moves partly through the floor underneath you, but then moves away from you, so deeper into the ice.
Huh. Am I near anybody?
Cletus is within earshot, and you can see that there's light coming through the gaps in the tunnel, because there's a couple of the party that have got light sources because they don't have dark vision, and also you need that for looking at detail. There's a couple that are in earshot, and you can see Cletus. But yeah, you've seen creatures similar to this, or at least the way it moves. When you were travelling on the Great Whale underwater, you passed by, many wonders over those few days underwater, and one of the things you saw were giant squid. And this sort of moved like a giant squid or a giant octopus, but made of shadow and obviously enormous.
I urgently whisper to Cletus. There's some kind of monster. There may be more than one around us. We need to get the party. I need to give them all dark vision. We need to keep an eye out.
Shall we turn off the lights?
I don't know. I don't know if it already knows we're here, but we need to inform them. Does either of us have a telepathic link with Sharpie at this point?
Nope.
No telepathic links, but you're all pretty close together. Most of you you're only 30 foot away from Cletus in any case, and everyone else is within 10 feet of each other.
Ash, why don't you come this way? Stay with the party.
Yes. We'll try to, Cletus and I will try to, message the party or, whisper to the party, pass it along.
Okay. So I assume everyone knows about this this creature that Ash Louise observed. So if Ash, you're moving through, then let me know. Move your figure up. So Threads, Moltel, Valine, and Cletus are all in the tower. Jacuz and Sharpie, you're out, and you're in amongst the rubble, and there are 3 passageways leading off. To the north, both passageways are relatively flat. The southern one, Sharpie descends like broken stairs, the same as the one that Moltel saw before.
Sharpie will just have a quick look and listen down each of the tunnels.
Okay, can you just roll a perception roll with advantage, please, because of your sound? Okay. All right. So you do the top.
23.
Do the top one. You don't hear anything from the north.
Can I see what that big coffin-like thing is?
Yeah. So let's see. You're only seeing a bit of a sliver of it because it's through a bit of twisting passage, but you're getting a glimpse of. It looks like not so much like a coffin, but like a flat, slightly canted slab of stone with some sort of runes or writing or something on it. From this distance, you can't read it. It's about it is coffin shaped. About it's about 8 foot long, but it's about 4 feet wide. So slightly more like a door, I guess, a bit of a wide doorway shape, covered in frost.
Okay. Noise from any of the other passages?
Do you want to do a check for the east one?
18.
Okay. Again, you don't hear anything from there. Or smell or see anything. It looks like it does open very quickly into a larger room. Only 10 foot of passage, quite narrow. And you can see what looks like some sort of more larger broken rubble. Covered in, again, everything's all covered in frost in here.
So Sharpie is just going to sneak in, have a look in that room.
Okay. Everyone else, if you want to move yourself up to just follow along or be one room behind, do that. But I'm assuming, Ash, you're still back with Oliver, otherwise, unless you want to move up.
You can't see my icon.
Oh, can't you?
No, I can see Dawn and I can see Velvet and Oliver, but I can't see myself or anybody else.
Oh. Let's have a look at your token vision. So briefly. Night vision distance. Yeah. You might need to reconnect or something, or even reload for roll 20. Because
Sure.
Your token's got vision and night vision to 60 foot. I'll make sure you're the one associated with it. Yep, you are.
I should have 300, unless there is like infinite weather or something.
And on that, mine should be 120.
Yep.
As well, because
everyone's got their enhanced vision, but down here there's I don't know if you remember, there's this white haze which limits vision to 60 foot, which mostly doesn't have any effect. You haven't really had to see more than 60 foot so far because of the size of the chambers and things you're in. It's probably not really come into it a great deal. The tunnels either finish or twist and turn before you would get to that longer line. Sharpie.
Oh. Yes?
Just finding a picture for you.
I might just be on the wrong screen, I don't know.
I wonder if that's...
Is your screen black at the moment, Ash?
No, I see Oliver, Velen, Dawn, and the crab. Usually.
No, you're
just
on
one square northeast of Velen.
Yeah, you're on the right screen. It's just everyone else is outside this castle.
Oh, I don't see myself either.
Okay, what I'll do is I'm just going to drag your token across a second again and see if that restores you.
Ah, there we go.
Oh,
I think
you
now
okay?
everyone's loading. Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay, so Sharpie, you see
There's one room, no exits, and some sort of large face on the ground.
Yeah. They're lying on its side in the middle of this 20-foot high cave. Is an enormous head made of iron, like a helmet, but it's got its iron on the inside as well. And as you sort of stand there looking at it, its eyes open, and they're just like an enchanted orange, but there's pinpoints of yellow, and the yellow pupils swing around to look at you.
I move back out into the corridor,
Okay.
so it can't see me. It's like, all right, very large enchanted iron head. Cletus or Velen want to go have a look at it. It's all yours. Don't guarantee your safety.
He looks dead.
It's made of iron,
It's made of iron. It looks like a construct of some
and its
sort.
eyes still move.
And its eyes move.
Yes.
Yeah, it looked at me.
Is this the iron? Is this the second piece for that ring that we have?
I guess I could check. Is it? We'll try and call it.
Yeah, your spider senses aren't tingling, and you can sense a direction, but it's not the direction that this head is.
Cool. All right. Good try, though, Cletus.
Well, if it's...
I mean, I would like it if this shield guardian thing had a head 20 feet across.
No, we're here for the city. No need to get sidetracked when we're short for time.
Sure. I'll check out the north, but I think we're going south. Sharpie will just sneak in and have a look at the north one.
Yep. So as you're heading down that passageway, you hear a cry of alarm. Moltel, you're on guard as well at the stairway descending from the south.
Yep.
And you hear this rah from above as this little creature drops down on you and attacks. It's a surprise.
I have the alert feat, so I'm not surprised.
Okay, so you hear it, and I'll get everyone to roll initiative. Just let me just open this up. I'm just going to delete everybody first. Good one. Okay, so what that means is while everyone else is shocked, and you hear, just as I just said, the little rah, and you look up and see this tiny little creature leaping down at you like Wolverine, Spider-Man, you can act on your turn according to your initiative, and then everyone else can go after the surprise round. It looks like a tiny, emaciated kobold. You've fought kobolds before, they're sort of one-hit wonders.
Well, I will attack it.
Okay, I'm going to objects, just give it a turn. Oh, actually, where are we? Turn marker. We shall call him Little Fella. Oh, and he's got a 16. All right. And we shall sort descending. Okay, Little Fella's going to go before you, Moltel.
He can certainly try.
Well, he does go before you. There's no trying. He is.
No, I mean, he can certainly try to hit me.
I get it. I get it. Right. One thing that does creep you out a little bit, aside from him being almost skeletal, is he has glowing eyes, which you don't remember kobolds having. And when he opens his mouth to to drop down on you. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a bit creepy because his jaw distends like a serpent and opens well more than is natural. As far as a natural as a kobold can be. And he tries to bite you. Here we go. Class 18. He misses, and you fling out your arm, and his teeth bite down on your gauntlet and pierce nothing but scrabbling away at metal. And I'm going to move him down. Actually, well, just to keep things consistent. So then we move through the whole order. No one else has got the alert feat. So we go straight to Moltel at 16. What do you want to do, Moltel?
I mean, my first thought was to attack it, but seeing it almost skeletal-like, I'm just going to erupt into my burning state. And,
okay.
Yeah, and activate my...
Okay. So what is that? What's that going to do? Dexter, it's an action to erupt.
It's an action to... it's an action to erupt.
Yep.
And bright light in a 10-foot radius, dim light 20 foot, and once an attack or spell deals 8 extra radiant damage on a target, and at the end of my turns, all creatures within 10 feet of me, including me, take radiant damage equal to half my level.
Okay, so this creature at the end of your turn will take this radiant damage. And you can roll your damage.
It's a set level, so he takes 4 damage.
Okay. He hisses at you, throws up an arm, and does not look happy. And you can see his skin all blistering. I guess you take the 4 damage too?
I am resistant to radiant, so I take 2.
2, okay, alright. And then we go, that's that turn over, if you're done. And we move up
yes.
to the top of the turn, and little fella has another attack at you. Okay, he's similar to a halfling. He sort of scrabbles under your feet and squeezes past, and again, creepy. His arms, you can see the picture on the side there, his arms are quite long, elongated, almost a little bit unnaturally for a kobold. But his claws seem to just grab onto the ice, despite how slippery they seem. And he just, again, like Spider-Man, runs up the wall and runs above you in this tunnel. And as he does, he snaps at you. So I'm putting him right next to you through the wall. But what that really means is he's above you in this instance.
Understandable.
Okay, here he comes. You'll be like, 25! All right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, he does 8 damage of piercing with those enormous canines of his, and he chomps down, finding that weak spot in your armor. But as he chomps down, you can feel your life force being sucked out, and he also drains your hit, does another 7 of necrotic damage.
Halved to 3.
And that,
or 4, whichever one it is.
What are we saying? 3. Oh, because you're resistant to necrotic damage?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So, he does 3 damage to you, but your maximum also drops by 3. You'll have to just track what your maximum is outside of this. you can just change your maximum on your token. We know what your maximum is if this maximum is ever restored due to your D&D Beyond. And Ash Louise, you're there. You see this. There's this creature hanging off Moltel's arm. Tiny little fella, but he's got lockjaw now. What do you want to do?
And Moltel's max hit points have been reduced.
Yes, you can see him only marginally, but physically sort of his cheeks go a bit sallow and his shoulders slump a little as it sucks away at him. And then Cletus, you're up. So gotta be quick, 6 seconds.
And did Sacred Flame on the creature.
Okay.
Just have to make a dex save.
Okay, dexterity saving throw. He only makes a 13, so it's going to take damage, I think.
Yep. Ooh, 14 radiant damage.
Ooh, nice one. Okay. Right, does quite a bit of damage to it. And anything else you want to do this turn before we move to Cletus?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Cletus, you're there. So is Eugene on the ground next to you.
Cletus is gonna get Eugene to hide in his robes.
Okay.
Cletus recognizes this from the other chamber. Gnawing on the bone, he's gonna help his party mate and attack. Blast out 2 eldritch beams at it.
All right. Pull out the old reliable. Way you go. Roll to hit.
Yep.
Hey.
So he did a natural 1 and a natural 20.
Okay. Natural 1. Sharpie, where are you? Are you on halfling
He has
alert?
nowhere to
Oh yeah, you're.
Yeah, I am within 30.
But do you ever see me? Can I still re-roll?
I think it's a target
That
you can
is-
see.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I'll check, but
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. So natural 20, and that'd be 16 force damage.
Wow. Okay, he still survives that too. So he's now taken more than 30 damage and still kicking. Critically injured, but still there. Anything else, Cletus?
No, that's it.
Okay, Moltel.
I'm going to hit it with my axe.
Okay. Pound away. Roll to hit.
Nine to hit.
9 is a miss. He leaps to the side. Nimble, quick little bugger.
I do have a second attack, so I'm
Okay.
going to use it.
Go for it.
17 to hit.
17 to hit. Roll your damage.
17 damage because of the radiant damage as well.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
So let's see, how much radiant, just so I know.
8 radiant damage.
Okay, alright. So
And it also takes 4 extra at the end of my turn.
yeah, okay. So before the end of your turn, just that blow alone, the radiant damage coursing through your weapon is enough to kill it. But the weapon itself didn't do a great deal of damage. It looked like it was resistant to your axe.
Yeah, fair enough.
But-
Because it's still not upgraded yet.
That's right.
That's
Okay,
fine.
Okay. There's nothing else, no other activity, and the scrubbling sounds in the distance sort of drop away a little. I'll close the turn order. We drop out of combat.
since combat's finished, I'd like to have a look a bit further down this set of stairs.
Yep. Okay.
If I can.
Okay. You descend almost straight down some very steep stairs, almost 20 feet or so, and it opens into a very large chamber, lots of rubble once again. No, you can't see the end of the chamber, but from where you are, it continues on.
With that being said, I'd like to just move over to here.
Okay.
And see what I can see.
Okay. Okay. You can see another similar to the other tower that you saw above. You can see another one, this time laying on its side. But I'm just going to shift while you're doing that exploration. I'm just going to shift back to Sharpie, where he was in that room. Unless so Sharpie. So you and
so basically, he's just having a quick look at that room, make sure there's no other exits. Anything else of interest?
Yeah, so it's one big slab, and it looks like some sort of it's angled to make it easier to look at as you're standing from the angle that you approach, similar to a lectern. You know how they're a bit angled to look at from one side. But it's a large panel, and there's writing on it, and a large eye inscribed in the stone as you sort of wipe the frost away to have a look.
Sharpie does not wipe the frost away.
Okay. I'm not touching it. Okay, fair enough. The eye's big enough that you can tell, you can see the shape.
Yeah, so there's no other exits, nothing else of interest. He's basically just going to walk out, say, there's some sort of lectern with runes on it.
Yep.
Nothing I can decipher. If Cletus or Velen want to have a look, go for it. Otherwise, there's no more. Sorry, the map has just suddenly revealed. Was there actually another exit through the room with the big iron skull?
There was a tunnel going off behind it.
Oh, right. That didn't actually show up when I had a look. That was awkward.
You might have not been fully in the room. It might have been around the corner or something.
Well, I mean, I could actually, because it was something was, so it actually showed me as a black line.
Oh, I see. Let's have a
cross
look.
there, so yeah, that was odd, yeah.
Let's have a look.
I can see it now, it's just, but only after you revealed it.
I know, because I think I went through it, so that's why I can see it, probably.
Okay, so Sharpie, you reveal to the others what you saw. Everyone knows that there's a slab type thing in there. Jackus, I'm going to move to you now, and then just make sure that everyone gets a go, and we'll cycle through what you're doing. Jackus, you're in the room with this giant head.
I'm just going to go through the passage here, and bypassing the golden head.
Okay. And you can just see a very narrow passage beyond.
Yep, I'll just keep checking until the end.
Great. Okay, so everyone's sort of taking up watch cycles here. Can you just turn the light down a tinch? I've got a dodgy light globe here, so if it's cranked up to top, it flickers. Okay, so Jackus, you've got a little guard chamber there. No, sorry, a bit lighter. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Sorry, back to the action. So, Jackus, you found a little chamber about 30 feet away. Place that's a good choke point, and there's stairs descending, which goes down into the darkness.
I'm gonna shout back to the group that there's a passage here.
Okay. So assume that you've conveyed that back to the others, and they know where you are and what you're doing. Cletus and Ash.
Cletus is gonna ask Ash to come follow him, and he's gonna, just from a glance at looking at it from afar, would Cletus have an idea of what it's for?
It's covered in frost, so while there's clearly some sort of runes and things inscribed in it, you can't really read them. You can tell that there's a big eye in the middle, just carved into the rock. But you can tell that through the frost just because it's so big.
Does it look like a tomb? Is this a tomb?
There's no groove. There's no. It doesn't look like there's a lid and a side or anything like that.
Ash, do you wanna go or should I do it?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Cletus will walk up slowly and he wants to read the runes on it.
Okay. Just getting back there.
And make a perception check, perhaps, or something like that. But that's all I can really do.
Okay. So you, Cletus, you're going to need to scrape away some of this ice to be able to see what they are before you can even try and interpret them.
He'll call out his mage hand and get the mage hand to scrape it away.
All right,
He won't touch it. Yeah.
Okay. The mage hand scrapes away the rime, and you can see runes.
Anything he can understand?
Let's have a look. Okay, so you can see the writing. What languages do you and Ash speak?
Dwarfish, Elvish, and Infernal.
And Cletus speaks Abyssal.
Okay. All right. So you can't tell. You know it's none of those languages, but it's clearly written in some sort of languages. You'd need to comprehend languages or something similar to be able to read it.
That's fine. Cletus will try and scribble down in his notebook whatever those runes are, exactly as the runes are, and he'll go back to his notebook another time.
Okay. All right.
Get Velen to have a look
Oh
at
yeah, Velen. We found an interesting altar. Can you have a look? See if you can understand what the runes are.
Okay. She'll come in and have a look, and she says this is written in Draconic. And she just gets her orb out and says, "Professor, would you mind?" And this orb sort of goes and hovers as if it's tracing the runes. And it's the voice appears. This is not Draconic. It is Draconic script, Veline. It is Loros language, the language of the Netherese. It says to press the eye and see all.
Cletus has slight cataracts in one eye. He's a little bit interested in seeing everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Ash, I hope it doesn't do anything bad. And he's gonna press the eye with his hands.
Okay. You press the eye, and it sort of shifts down a little, like a mechanical thing. But then the runes glow, and this ghostly or see-through illusion of an eye appears above the slab, and you find that you can look through this eye and concentrate and move it.
Oh, okay. If I look through the eye, what do I see?
You see exactly what, as if you were looking through the eye, like looking through Eugene's eyes.
I concentrate and move it in one direction, so the eye's floating next to, like, in this corner here.
Yep.
And look through the eye. Can I still see? How am I looking through the eye? Like in a telepathic link, right?
Yeah, sort of like a telepathic link. Like I've just copied and pasted Eugene for you, and I'm going to relabel Eugene to be
the eye.
Oh,
Given that there was such a powerful illusion machinery in another tower, maybe there's powerful illusions down here that only this eye can see through.
Ah, you're right. Might be able to see like magic or something.
Yes, and maybe there's a secret entrance here somewhere.
So there you go. You should be able to move that, and it should actually
Yep.
show on your map. Like if I put it over into a room where no one is, can you see it?
Well, it's black. It's against the wall, so I can't really see it.
I'll move it somewhere where you can. Can you see it now in the room with the head?
No, I can't. It's just not lit up.
Okay, I got it. It doesn't have night vision. I'll give it that.
Oh, can you give Eugene blind sight too? Yes. Okay.
Eugene.
Okay. Yes.
Eugene's a champion.
I know.
Okay, I'll do that while we're going. But okay, he's now got 20 foot.
Thank you, villain. Thank you, Professor.
So you're concentrating on this eye.
I'll send the eye down to where I last saw Jacuz.
Okay, the eye is invisible, and it has normal vision and dark vision.
Okay.
Where are you? I've lost you now. Where's Jacuz? Oh yeah, Jacuz, you don't see anything, but this eye comes floating past you, an invisible one, and looks at you. Cletus is having a gander. Valin asks, what do you see? Let's keep moving and catch up to the others.
Yeah, I see Cletus. He's not Cletus. Jacuz is at a top of the stairs. I think we should catch up with them.
Okay.
Catch up with the group.
Okay. Now, are you continuing to move this eye, or?
No. Can he drop concentration and leave the eye there and like walk? Is that how the magic works?
You can still walk along as your normal movement, and then move the eye along with you.
Okay.
Moltel. Shall I do that? We'll move down to Moltel.
Yes. As you can see, I've explored a little bit in this room.
You find your arrow.
I was going to say, I see an arrow that I've dropped down there, so
Yes.
I know where that leads.
Okay. Let's have a look. The top of a partially shattered tower, maybe even the top of the tower that you just came through, rests on its side in the middle of this high caverned, high ceiling chamber. There's long icicles hanging from the ceiling above the toppled spire. North of the tower is a hole going straight into the ground.
Does it look like it's like another staircase, or is it like just a drop down hole?
Okay, well you get to 10 feet away. Threads, you're 10 foot away from the hole as well. This hole looks like it's been melted through the glacier. So the sides of it are completely smooth and slick. And at that point you see this little ice imp from behind total cover go flap, 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 and start to make a dash through the doorway and up the stairs beyond and out of sight.
I'll leave him be.
Okay.
He didn't attack us, so therefore he can mind his own business.
Okay. Just for the rest
I'm more curious about this tower.
Yeah. For the rest of you, if you're wanting to move up and follow Moltel and Threads through in that direction, then just move your characters up as they're exploring. If that's the way you're going, with Jacuz bringing up the lead, or if you're sort of splitting and going two ways, then that's cool too. Valin's going to move down the stairs. Threads. Do you want to do a nature or survival to investigate this hole. You can Moltel, you can both have rolls if you want, or you can assist one person.
I got a nat 20.
Me, okay.
Yeah, she doesn't need help from me.
Okay, so you're knowledgeable
I'm more
enough.
curious about the.
You're knowledgeable enough.
Yeah, I'm more curious about the tower anyway. Sorry.
That, there are some creatures that live in the ice, and the way that they get around is by generating heat, and they tunnel by melting their way through ice. And the tunnel that this thing has made is 20 foot wide.
20 foot wide for one single creature.
Yes.
Damn. Would I know what it is?
Yeah, you've heard of these. They're sort of like giant insects, centipede-like creatures called remoras, and they're quite feared and quite rare. But this looks like a remoras tunnel.
We've already encountered, well, not really encountered. We gave a wide berth, but sort of saw their tracks before.
Ah, yeah, there was one, I think, devouring a dead giant.
Yep.
From a distance, when you're on your way out to Angachuk's Bell.
I think it was to the Dark Duchess, but it was a long time ago.
Threads, you hear this, you see the little flap, 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 flap of the little imp type creature, and then you hear Oliver, roar, and then you hear this, boo, ah, and then the flaps have stopped.
I give a nod in the general direction of where I think Oliver is.
It's a bit of a squeeze, but Oliver comes stomping down the stairs and comes into the same room that you guys are.
Hey.
All the rest seem to have come down following. Is there anyone still up there? Oh yeah, Sharpie Jackus. I think Sharpie's away from his keyboard for a little bit, but
No, I'm back.
oh, okay, all right. So they've gone down and investigated this whole Remoraz tunnel. It goes pretty much straight down and then off to one side underneath you. Moltel, you're investigating this fallen tower.
Yeah, I forgot to mention as well that I would have lit a torch as well, just so I can at least see better down here.
Yep.
Because all the other light sources were away at the time.
Oh, right, yep. Valin's got a light spell as well, and I think Cletus has got the drift globe going. But yeah, okay, so you can roll a perception roll, having a snoop around the fallen tower, Moltel. Not advantage at this point.
That's fine, I didn't need it.
Happy days, 22. Okay. You find right at the end of the spire, so what would have been in the attic of straight under the roof, there's a wooden chest with a sliding bolt latch. It was pretty tricky to find because it's pretty much frozen in ice.
Well, if it's frozen in ice, I'll try and melt away the ice with my torch that I've lit.
Sure, okay. You melt it away, and after a while, it's not sort of seized up. It's still old and a little rusted, but you're going to try and open it?
I'll try and open it.
Okay. The chest is on its side, looks like, and it's full of smashed glass, but you do find 2 vials that managed to survive the fall of this tower.
Pick them up and go over to either Velen or Cletus and go, what are these?
It'll take an identify, but they do look magic. They look magic. They look like a potion.
Yeah, hence why I'm asking, what are these?
Yep.
I think I don't have time to look at it. Might be Velen, might be better choice. She can look at it.
Velen doesn't mind starting to do a ritual to identify them. They look identical, so whatever they are, they're probably the same potion.
Okay. Thank you, Velen.
Okay, so she'll start investigating these two potions. Now, this chamber that you're in doesn't seem to have any other exits other than the way that Oliver came from.
And this big hole in the ground.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, the big hole in the ground is where Jackus is or where Mortel is?
Where Mortel is.
Can you send the arcane eye down there, Cletus?
The eyes with Jackus. I can send Eugene down. And I send Eugene down, like, stealthily.
I also want to go talk to Velen
Okay.
and say, since this is another nether ruin, it just jogged my memory about something. When I saw that shadowy creature in the darkness, it looked like it had tentacles, and I'm just wondering do you think there could possibly be a favorite that survived and is down here?
If it's possible that what could have survived? I missed that, she says.
A favorite. We recovered books about them from the last ruin.
I think when it comes to the Netherese, anything is possible. That they had magics that could change time. They had magics that was greater than a wish. 10th level magic spells.
Oh dear. Any idea how we should fight a favorite if we encounter one? They seem pretty dangerous.
No, but there's spell slingers. I'd probably advise getting our warriors in there as quickly as possible to engage them, just like you would engage any other powerful spellcaster.
Duly noted.
Is Eugene going down the hole, is he?
Yes.
All right. So he's scuttle. Are you looking through his eyes, or is he...
Yeah, I've set him down. I'm looking through his eyes. So I'm just standing in one spot at the moment.
Okay, all right. So he sort of scuttles for a few feet, and then his legs under him sort of skitter for a bit, and finally he starts sliding, and he goes wee in this direction underneath the tunnel that you're in. I assume, can you see through his eyes, like when I move him?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Whee! And he's sliding down this huge tunnel. Whee! And he's trying to grab on with his little crab legs, but they can't grip on what is basically a slip and slide.
Cletus has telepathic link up to 100 feet.
Oh, okay. Is that as far as?
So I'm not sure.
Let's have a look. Let's see how this goes. I'll zoom back out again, and we'll see when your telepathic link to. Now how do we bend? Oh no, it's 100 feet in a straight line. That's okay.
Yeah, straight line.
Oh no, you don't get it.
Oh.
Okay. So at that point, the telepathic link breaks.
And then Clea stumbles forward. He's like, "Oh, Eugene's sliding. It's a long tunnel.
Yeah.
It's a slippery slope. I think we might want to be careful."
So don't go down great big hole. Duly noted.
We don't know, but we can catch up with Jacuz and Sharpie. I think they might have gone another way.
Yeah, I think that's a wise move.
Cletus will leave Eugene down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what about the range for you to? Is that just the telepathy, like for you to communicate with him, or what about looking through his eyes and all that sort of business? Is it all
Yeah.
100?
So, yeah, it's all 100 feet. So,
Okay.
yeah, he's just it's just
Okay.
cut out now,
So
and
you lose
he's going to
contact.
leave Eugene down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, what I've done is I've moved his token back to the tower, operating that as a bit of a base for us to put stuff temporarily, but you don't actually
Okay.
know where he is. So I'm going
Okay.
to scroll back in, zoom back into the rest of the party. And is that where you're all going to make your way back?
Has Velen identified these vials that we've got?
She says, "Can we all just hang around here for just 5 more minutes while I finish this, and then we'll catch up with Jackus."
Yep. We'll be on guard.
Okay. Okey-doke. Okay. Sharpie and Jackus.
Check out.
You hear this snarling sound behind you, and coming around the corner is this hyena the size of a wolf.
Does it look like the one we fought before?
No, it doesn't. But as soon as it sees you, it lopes to attack, to charge down the tunnel. And I'm going to open up the initiative straight away. Okay, I'll get Sharpie and Jackus. Can you roll? Okay.
Jackus, would you like to re-roll that?
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
A nice one. You use your halfling luck.
Very nice.
Oh, that's not much better.
Oh, right. What did you roll instead?
By a little bit.
Okay, I'm trying to find a hyena and can't anywhere here. Let me have a look. Interesting. Here we go. I think I've got it. No, I'm just going to use something else for now. Something else, size large.
Man, this thing must be squeezed through that.
There is a hyena on the in the info thing, but you'll just have to enlarge the token like you do with my token when I go large.
Hyena?
Yeah, under Hydra and above Ice Devil.
I must be looking somewhere odd. Here we go. No, I must have accidentally moved it or something. No matter. zooming in. We're in the action. Okay. I'm using a Quagoth, by the way. Just looks nasty enough. Alright, add a turn and roll a d20. Okay, Sharpie, you're going to go first. What do you want to do?
Aim. Oh, hang on. So it's coming from where the
head is behind you.
iron face was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. He is going to aim and then wait for this thing to come through.
Okay.
And basically, once it gets in contact with him and Jackus, he'll blast it.
Okay. All right. 20. It's 25 feet away from you now. Are you waiting for it to
Okay.
engage?
Okay. If he is, in that case, no. I'll just aim and attack it now.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Oh, actually, no. Sorry, change that. He is going to move back to here, and then hold his action to attack it as soon as it contacts Jackus.
Okay. So attack as soon as it comes within melee range of Jackus.
Yep.
Okay. Right.
And I'll yell to the other people that there's a huge hyena
You yell out, yeah.
psychically.
Yep, okay. I don't think you're not psychically connected to anyone at the moment.
Yep, I was connected to Threads, Moltel, and Jackus. So Moltel and Threads will get it.
Okay.
Oh, right, okay. Okay, so in that case, roll to hit. What did you get? How'd you go?
Wait till it
Oh,
gets
you're
in
waiting.
range.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Right. Getting all confused here. Okay, this thing looks at you, and it pauses at the entrance, and does this. Let's see. Who can it see? And looks at you, and its eyes go sort of this greenish yellow, and you can feel your legs go weak. Sharpie, can you roll a Constitution saving throw?
+3.
You are getting the +3 from Jackus's presence. but
So that'll be 10.
That's only going to put you up to 10. So what happens is you sort of go to retch, you feel physically ill, and your eyes start to weep. From a rules perspective, you're poisoned, which means you've got disadvantage to hit and saving throws. To hit, attack rolls and ability checks, not saving throws. I'm going to give you a token for poison, if I can figure something out. There we go, skull and crossbones. And then this creature moves back around out of sight. Jackus, what do you want to do?
Alright, so since the creature, I can't see the creature anymore, I'm gonna use 5 points of lay on hands first on Sharpie
Okay.
to cure the poison,
Okay.
and then chase after it.
Okay. So you spend 5, which removes the poison conditions. So Sharpie, you're okay. I'll remove that, and then Jackus, you move 30 feet.
Yep.
And you see this giant hyena sort of lurking in the back of the cave with the skull.
And I the trauma.
Okay. Now, at the end of the round, the party can make a move towards the entrance. I'm going to use I'll use Velin. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, I won't use Velin because Velin's concentrating.
Yeah, did you want us to move, roll initiative as well?
Yeah, you can put yourselves in, but what I'm doing is you just sort of move as a pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so all of you will be sort of following along.
And Mortel will be up the front, protecting everyone else, basically.
Okay, I'll just move everyone else back then, because that was the marker of how far you get. Okay, move Jackus down. Sharpie, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Move up to there and repeat. So delay, waiting for it to get in contact with Jackus
Okay.
before he shoots.
Okay. Then it goes and it lurches, gets in contact with Jackus. Sharpie, where you go?
Shoot. Yeah, that's probably a miss. That's an 11.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately. Whether it's tough hide or dodging out the side, but it doesn't penetrate. And then it attacks Jackus.
Yep, sure.
It tries to bite you. Bear with me for a sec. I'm just opening up a little PDF I've got here. There we go. Rightio. It goes to bite you. Hitting armor class 27.
Yep, that hits.
It will do 15 of piercing damage. And 10 necrotic. As similar to that little kobold, it sucks your life force out. And your maximum goes down by 10.
Okay.
So remember so you take 25 damage from that bite, and your maximum goes down by 10.
Okay.
It attacks you again. Armor class 21.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. It hits you again for 11 damage piercing and 5 damage of necrotic, which also drops your maximum down by 5. And that's its turn. The party comes up at the end of the turn. So let's go. That was it. Where are you? Maltel, Cletus, Ash, Threads, Jackus.
Oh, it's my turn now.
It is.
All right, I'm gonna hit it with trauma.
Okay.
13. Is that it?
13 misses.
And another one.
It's moving. You might have seen giant hyenas or giant wolves. You've got plenty of experience with wolves before. This creature is moving incredibly quickly. It's just sort of almost flickers and darts to the side. But
Alright, I got a crit. So I'm gonna Divine
Okay.
Smite.
All right, natural 20. There's no dodging those.
So that's 22 plus 23. So that's 45 damage.
Good job.
And then bonus action, I'm
Hang
gonna
on.
use my
Sorry,
second wind.
Sorry, hang on a sec. Just how much was it?
45.
45 damage in one hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see its health bar has gone down by about a quarter. It's
And then bonus action, second wind.
okay. That heals you a little bit.
Yep.
Bear in mind you can't go above that revised lower maximum.
Yep. And then I'm gonna wait. I don't see the health bar actually, so
Oh, okay. I can adjust that. That's easy. There you go. Okay. Is that you done, Jackus?
I don't know. I'm gonna action surge
Okay.
and hit him. Hit strike twice again.
Okay.
16 to hit.
16 is a miss.
Wow. Okay. And then another one. 23. And then another divine smite.
Okay.
For 26.
All right. So you've done. It's quite badly injured, seriously injured. You've dropped it to below half, or around half, with those 2 divine smites. One of them being crit. You have your attack, and the creature flickers and darts away. Goes 1, 2, 3. And races out of sight.
Manages to go through that small passage.
Yeah, so a size large creature can fit through one size smaller, so it can fit through the 5 foot one.
Oh, so it was obviously squeezing through.
Yeah. But
Was it by any chance undead or?
no, you don't
No.
get. It's so quick. You don't get a what do you call it? Opportunity attack.
No, I mean, if I'm asking if it's undead because my smite would have dealt more damage.
It's definitely undead. Roll 2 more d8s.
3 more, in
3
fact.
more actually.
3.
Sorry, but
Oh yeah, it was only
Yeah,
one
because
miss.
of the crit.
Yeah.
Nice one. Okay, so you can't.
Another 15 damage.
Okay, so you hear with this yep off in the distance as another 15 lands. That's you, Jacos, done. Sharpie.
Yep.
Oh, then the party comes up. Maltel, you come up to around the corner, and Cletus and Ash Louise. I'm just going to sort everyone into the right order here. Let's see. Descending. And it was Sharpie. Right. So Threads, where are you, by the way? Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah, you found me.
Okay, I found you. So I'm just shuffling everyone up because you're about here by the moving. And you see this giant hyena past Ash Louise.
Great.
It's got a bloody maw.
All right. Well, I take aim and fire.
Okay. Roll to hit.
$24 to hit
That hits.
for 12 damaged in total.
Okay. It takes that damage.
And 1 more shot. And at 1, so I think I miss.
Okay. Sharpie's not there to see that one. Okay. After you have those shots, this creature squeezes through the gap that has been smashed in the wall and goes racing off. Let's see. 1, 2. Moltel.
Seeing it run off, I just realised we don't have Velen here, so I'm gonna go through and sprint down. So I'm taking the dash action to get to Velen.
All right, can you just move yourself? You'll probably get back to Velen this turn.
I can make it to there.
Okay. And she's still there concentrating, looks up at you and then turns back to concentrate. Ash Louise.
Do I know if the creature dashed on its turn? Because I could see it like pass out of the tower with my sight.
Oh, you can't see through the tower, so it's. I just made it invisible because you shouldn't be able to see into the tower. Saved me having to muck around with more dynamic lighting palaver.
Do I know if anyone is that way, where the creature was heading?
No, there's no one to your memory. Everyone is either with you, or with Jacus, which is off to the east.
Okay.
And
Well, I guess I'll run after it.
And Valen's to the south.
Can I get through the tower?
You can. Just take one square to squeeze through.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'd be to dash to get inside the tower.
Yeah, I think a dash gets me there.
Yep. Okay. And from there, looking through at the end of your dash, you see the creature.
Okay. If I can see, or I can't see it from where I am, but
No, just know that you can
If I
see it.
can-
It's only about 10 feet away from you.
oh, okay. Well, in that case, I shall use a spiritual weapon on it.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to make it visible for you.
Ah, damn. 13 to hit.
13 misses. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll shout out. It's over here. I see it.
Okay.
Through the tower.
At the end of your turn, seeing this glowing saber or whatever it is appear next to it, it looks at you, and then bites you.
Okay.
What's your armor class?
18.
Okay, well it missed you. Luckily, too hard snapping with its maw through the hole that Jacus smashed. That's your turn done. Sharpie, you can hear Ash Louise call out, "It's here."
Alright, Sharpie makes it to there with a bonus action dash.
Okay. You still-
Yeah, he'll just yell, "Watch out, Dash, that thing's dangerous," but he'll throw a blade at it.
Okay. Now you're trying to throw through cracks in the wall here because Ash is at the hole. So it's going to be unless
Yep,
you've got.
hopefully it's big enough to give me a target.
Yeah. Okay. Away you go.
That'll be an 18.
18's a miss.
Yep.
No. Oh, you can't bonus action because you dashed. Is that right?
Bonus action was my dash, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. The creature goes. It bites Ash Louise. 19. Class Ash Louise.
Yep, that will hit. 19 hits.
Okay. It does 15 piercing damage. And another 6 necrotic, dropping your maximum by 6 as well. It then has another go. Hitting class 22. Doing 10 piercing damage. and 7 necrotic, dropping your maximum by 7 again. So 17 damage in total from that second one.
I think that puts me out.
Okay.
My thing was being very greedy, but
Yeah. So your
first
max
one was 15 plus 6, and then
plus 17.
yeah, I'm unconscious, I think. Yep.
Okay. All right. So Ash Louise drops, which you see. Sharpie. Cletus. You can hear a massive fight going on.
He's gonna run up. Use his action to go 30 feet. He sees Ash on the ground. Can he see from his positioning the monster?
Yeah, you can, because Ash is on the ground, so that opens up the visual through the hole to see the creature.
Great. He's a little bit... He doesn't want to get too close, so he'll stay there and he'll attack it from afar and send out 2 beams. A 12 and a 25 to hit.
Okay. The 12 misses, the 25 hits.
Okay. And it's 9 force damage. And he'll yell out behind him, Ash is down!
Okay. All right. One thing you noticed, Sharpie, as you watched it have its attack on Ash Louise, is its wounds from Jacques and co seem to heal, and to the tune of about 20 hit points worth, so significant regenerative abilities. You can probably infer that from the bar.
Yeah, basically, the others. It's healing off the damage it does. We need to regroup. Don't go trailing off after it by ourselves.
And Cletus has just hit it, and that's done damage again. Let's have a look for a moment. Okay, it bites Cletus.
From afar?
It bites Ash Louise.
Oh no!
Ash, you take 2 death saving throws.
Okay.
And your maximum drops by 12. Jacques, it's your turn.
Dracus is going to be pretty pissed at it, so I'm going to use my dash to get to it.
Okay. Just use your arrow key and do your 12 squares.
I don't see it from here, so.
Okay.
Would I know where it is from here?
Oh, you know.
I still have 2.
You know what direction it is. You can see the Cletus is peering through the hole, and there's clearly a giant hyena further on.
Yep, that's and then. Yep, that's it.
Okay. At that point, the creature moves again with alacrity. Out of sight, Sharpie.
Sorry?
The Sharpie, you could see it before and it sort of zipped away, flashed away. Threads. Moving up.
I can't actually see it on the map. Could I see it from where I am?
You can't see the creature, no.
You're also standing on top of Cletus.
Oh.
Oh no, you're standing on top of somebody.
Jackus.
Yeah.
I guess I'll face step
Yep.
to here-ish.
Okay. To get close to Ash.
Yep. Can I see the creature?
No. No, it's gone. Ash is there, pretty much
Okay.
dead at your feet.
Oh, she's dead. Oh,
Well,
God.
there's still a rise and fall of her breathing, but she's on her about to expire. If you look at the chat, everyone's freaking out in text.
Oh, if only I missed that. I can use a healer's kit to stabilize you.
Yep.
Okay.
So I do that.
Okay. Now healer's kits. Healer's kit.
Yeah, I'm stabilized at 0 basically.
Is it automatic?
But she doesn't have the healer. Yeah.
Okay. So you don't need to do a medicine check? I'm just making sure.
No, I posted it in the chat. You don't have to.
Oh, did you? Okay. The leather pouch, okay, so there's plenty on Ash that you know where she goes to. She's got a big red X on her thing at her hip. Action, expend one use to stabilize. Oh, without a check. Okay, Ash, you are on no death saving throws. And stabilized but unconscious. If you feel like making a what would have happened roll, that's cool.
Sure.
But Moltel, it's your turn.
Oh, natural one. I would have died.
You would have died.
Can you re-roll that?
Sharpie would get you to re-roll it, certainly.
Yeah, it is a saving throw. Moltel, you move a little?
Yeah. I'm basically just putting myself in front of Velen in case it comes down from this direction. Because I don't know what's happening up there.
Yeah, okay. You see this enormous hyena come, loping towards you around the corner. Whoops, that's not it, that's an arrow. GM layer. Oh, that's better. Yeah, it comes around the corner. 10, 20, and it leaps into the hole and goes skating, just like the little crab did. Zhoof, off and away. Down the Remoraz tube.
Well, that just happened. Well, I don't know where it went, guys.
Do we hear you? Are you shouting this?
Yeah, it's only 100 feet away, and sound travels well in this chamber, so you hear Moltel calling from down the passage.
Yep, you would have heard me.
Everyone else, anything particular you want to do?
No, personally, I think we should get Ash Louise up and then stop splitting up. Let's go down to Mortel.
Okay.
Yeah, just give me like 1 hit point or something.
Okay.
Sharp your head round to where Mortel is.
Okay. If everyone
Yeah, we
else
should not be splitting up down here.
Mortel.
Hey, don't be sarcastic with me like that. I'm just playing my character.
Okay.
I saved your life, Mortel. What the hell?
Okay, so I assume you're carrying Ash Louise rather than leaving her behind. So I've dragged her down there as well.
And then I walk over to Ash, seeing her. She's unconscious.
Yep.
Do a healing hands for 8 points.
Okay, Ash, you become conscious and get your 8 hit points.
Oh, cheers.
About 5.
Anthony, just for
Yeah.
reference, there was a corridor just south of where Jack Hus was. What was that?
Where are we? South of where Jackus was.
Where the eye is?
There was, so the eye's still there, and Cletus can switch to it, and there was a staircase descending.
All right, it's a staircase. Cool.
Yeah.
So we should probably go down that way instead of down the hole.
Velin says, I've got it, guys. It takes me 10 minutes or so, but with all of you guys been healing all over the place, I've figured it out. These 2 are potions of superior healing.
Oh.
I give one straight to Ash and go, you need this now.
I think we should actually save it. I think what we should do is create a dome and have at least a short rest. If not a long rest, because
I don't
we
think
are
that's
down.
going to do much for you.
I actually...
We've got a god on our tails.
What? One at a time, please.
What's worse, a god or something that can drain health
Yep.
rather quickly?
Having seen all this...
If we were sitting together, that thing couldn't have hurt us much. We'd probably be dead by now. Don't do anything stupid down here. We should be fine.
I think...
I still want a rest because our warlock is down spells as well, and we might need counterspell in the future.
Yep, I think we should find somewhere out of the way to put up this hut.
Cletus will ask Ash, can you commune with your god and see if it's safe to have a short rest somewhere?
That's a good idea. I can do that. I'll need 10 minutes to do my ritual.
Okay.
I'm sure we have 10 minutes to spare at least.
So I will use divination as a ritual. I can link it in chat. I get a truthful reply for a course of action within the next 7 days, or about any event that we want to ask about.
Okay. So what's the action that you're considering undertaking? Oh, what spell is it? Commune?
Divination.
Divination. Okay, if you post that in the chat, that would be good.
So I will expend 25 gold worth of incense. I have that. And I ask about a specific goal, event, or activity within the next week, and then I get a truthful reply.
Okay, and that activity is taking a short rest here within a tiny hut.
Rather, I would like to ask, do we have time to... I guess I would like to ask, when is the anticipated failure of the druids and then Orville's arrival, if Orville is coming down here? When will the druids give out above?
Okay. You ask a single question, the reply might be a short phrase. Okay. You spend your eyes blink out, go and ask the god of twilight your question. How long have we got above? The answer you get is you have as much time as long as the hallowed ground, which is sustained by the druid above, can maintain concentration and stay awake.
Stay awake.
Okay, so I think that's a short rest at least, if not a long rest.
Yeah, definitely not a long rest.
But we need a long rest for things like that cold resistance and for us to recover our negative hit points.
Cletus will shout us, why don't we rest in that netherese tower that we squeezed through? Had those ruins that had the healing properties.
That's a good idea.
And set up the hut in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, let's do that.
Okay. I'll move Oliver up, but I won't bother drawing it in. You will create your tiny hut, which is a ritual, I believe. Everyone get inside.
Yes.
Cletus, you seem to have lost contact with your familiar completely.
Do I know that if it's died?
You don't know about if it's dead, but there's no. You've lost a connection to it.
Clear's got to click his fingers and try and summon his familiar next to him. Does it show up?
No, you can't send it off to a pocket dimension and then reappear it or whatnot. Eugene is gone.
Oh, Eugene. Okay.
You can still use the spell or the ritual to summon him. That's different. But
Not when he's resting. He'll send the arcane eye just to sit on top of the opening here,
okay,
and yeah, he'll just leave it there while he's just resting. He won't be
Okay.
looking at it though.
okay. All right. Let's see what happens.
Eugene's met his fate. I think it's only getting more dangerous down there. Obviously.
Okay, you managed to take a 1 hour rest, and all that is accompanied with a 1 hour rest. You can spend hit dice to heal. Any spellcasters also recover up to a 3rd level spell slot.
Very nice.
So if you don't have any 3rd level spell slots spent, you can just restore one of your 2nd level ones or whatnot.
Oh my god.
Is this all your hit dice rolls?
Yeah. One good one. Okay.
While we're resting, we're to Sharpie and ask to check the ring that we found the other day. The other few set.
Which ring?
The ring
Well, I
with
think we found one.
ring
I
with a
just want to check it
bull's
out.
head on it. There was a ring.
Magical rings right now.
There was a ring with a bull's head.
Yeah, can I check it out?
Yeah, if you're not taking a short rest. Oh no, you can do it while you're having a short rest. You're just having a muck around with it. You're not sleeping.
I'm gonna try to put it on with the next to the ring of jumping.
Yeah, okay.
What?
You're going all gangster.
Yeah.
Okay, it requires attunement, and you can figure out that it has 3 charges, and you can spend 1 to 3 of the charges to attack a creature. You attack them by going to gesture to punch them, but what happens is this a spectral bull appears in front of you and charges, and it will charge up to 60 feet, and the bull then attacks with a +7 to hit roll, and on a hit, for each charge you spend, it does 2d10 damage of force and pushes 5 feet away.
All right, that's perfect for Jackus.
It is.
If you were to
So you've got force push, you've got force jump, and you've got the ability to generate radiant damage with your, light hammer.
Yeah.
I'm a Jedi.
So if you were to spend all 3 charges, +7 to hit, and this bull would pound your enemy for 6d10 damage and push them 15 feet away.
Oh, cool. Does it break on if I spend all its charges?
No.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So you can
Oh,
float.
that's a cool magic item, especially for Jackus.
Yeah.
And do the charges restore?
At dawn, yeah.
Cool. Wait, what am I gonna put in the what is it
Oh,
called?
it's identical to a Ring of the Ram, but just slightly reskinned.
Okay. I'll add that to my sheet.
Yeah.
Just curious about the time that we've spent down here.
Yep.
And the time we were long resting up above before we encountered battle. Would it be getting close to dawn now, or?
I don't know. You mean around whether the ring will get its charges back and he can spend them with it knowing he'll get himself?
Not that. I'm wondering the blessing of the thunder.
Oh yeah, your temporary hit points.
When that would kick back in.
Right. So
Because
that's
it recharges on at dawn.
Yep. Okay. So that dawn is probably about 3 hours away.
Okay, so we spent an hour short resting plus 10, 20 minutes.
Probably more than that, half an hour or so.
Yeah, so I've still got an hour and a half before my axes are magical.
Shall we just wait an hour and a half?
Yep. Throughout this time also the magical eye blinks out. It times out. Cletus?
Oh,
It was a 1 hour long length thing.
he's gonna suggest before we go any further, after we finish a long rest, maybe somebody else can see if the arcane eye is back in the room. If anybody else wants it, I'm not sure if it's returned there or not, or if it's a one-time thing.
We'll check that out soon.
Shortly. Okay.
At least here we're safe.
Yeah, so most of you are spellcasters, so you can add in your 3rd level spell that you recover. Is it Cletus that gets all of your spells back per short rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you restore fully in any case. And there was no encounters throughout that rest. Mortel, your shield crumbles and breaks apart into dust.
Yep. I would have strapped my other shield on my back anyway, just as a precaution, because I knew that's what was going to happen.
Yep.
So I'm up to my normal shield.
Okay.
And my axes are now magical.
Not yet.
Or axe.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet.
No.
Oh.
But at some point, the magic starts to transfer over those 8 hours, and the shield is destroyed. But there's no going back now. An hour passes. What do you want to do, guys? Where to?
Let's get to that staircase.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay. Let's see. Staircase. I'm just scrolling back out a little. Right, so that's easy. Who's going first?
Sharpie, he's got the...
Sharpie. I'm just going to do an order. Jackus.
I should bring up the middle because I am down a lot of temp.
I shall bring up the middle with Velin. She likes the
Points
middle.
at the moment.
I'll be up the rear.
Yep.
Because if we're ambushed from behind, at least I can tank a hit.
Okay.
Nice.
Cletus, are you trying to resummon Eugene?
Oh no, that takes an hour. He has no time.
Oh, okay. And what about this eye thing? Are you doing that before you head down the stairs, or?
No, he's
Yeah.
he's given it a pass. If anybody else wants it, they're free for it.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it might be handy. I don't know.
Go out, Ash. You can do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be in the middle anyway.
Sure, I will have gone to the altar, the team, and gotten the eye. Actually, do you need concentration to hang on to it? Maybe Velin should have it. She can maintain her concentration, and I might have to concentrate on something else at some point.
I'm just checking it up.
And what's the range on the eye? Is it exactly the same as Find Familiar?
No, you didn't test it out, but you could see through it the whole time until it ran out.
Okay.
It does take concentration though. So Velin will try. And she presses it, and it's a little bit tricky. She says this thing is a little bit damaged from the probably from the fall from the sky. Let's see. No, but the eye does appear. I'm going to pop the eye back in there. Velin says, do you want me to send the eye down there? Or do you want to go down Sharpie?
The eye was kind of invisible, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's invisible.
Yeah, so might as well send it down first and have just
Okay.
Yeah.
give us a bit of warning.
Cletus, you've got control of it, so I'll let you control where you want it to go rather than me playing with
Okay.
myself.
Well then. Okay. And the eye will stop right in the middle here.
Okay.
And then Belen sees that.
Yes, all right. So it goes. You go down the stairs. You send it down there, and naturally formed, a wide passage leads off to the east further, and there's alcoves and wide steps south, and a little passage to the north. The room is completely black. But
Ooh, can we have a short break before we get deep into this tunnel?
Okay. Before we roll any dice, Velin, you see humanoid shapes flitting around in the darkness. But bear in mind that it's completely black and there's no light in this whole area. So, but they're human shaped, and I think that's a good idea. 10:08. So let's coffee break.
Alrighty.
Sounds good.
All right.
And I'm gonna hit this one, beside motel.
Oh yeah, the one to your rear that's injured.
Oh.
Okay.
So that's 21 damage, with 5 being radiant.
21 damage.
Oh, another natural 20.
Natural 20. Awesome. Critical hit.
Yeah.
A bit of trauma. Now, is that just straight from the damage of the weapon, or was there
That's 5 radiant.
And what's the radiant from?
Sorry, 6 divine favor. That's 6.
Divine favor. Okay, yeah, that's the spell you cast.
Yeah.
Okay. It blinks out. Gone.
And then the second attack on the next one here.
Okay. Oof.
Yep, so that's 3 radiant and 12 bludgeoning.
3. Okay. Badly injured, but not down. Not blinked out.
All right.
Yep. Anything
Okay.
else? Sharpie. You can hear the war cries from below.
So I've moved 2. If you can just keep moving me into wherever they are.
3, 4. That's 4 squares now from where you are. That's 20 feet. You can now carry on if you want.
One more behind there.
Okay.
Throw my first one at the one fighting Jackus.
Okay, you can see this one easy enough. Yep, and it's injured.
$21.
21 hits.
$22 psychic.
It blinks out.
And I'll throw my offhand at this one.
Okay. Armor class 22 hits.
Yeah. Only 6.
Okay. 6 damage, right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Let Thread to know that 2 of them are down already.
Yep, okay. Alright, let us... 2 of them are down. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, they swarm Jackus and Mortel. For everyone else, I'm going to see if we can get to a handout. It's not really loading very well, so I'll just see if it loads eventually. Right, so Jackus, you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 onto you. This one here is sort of flying above the others, above you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's your armor class?
20.
Okay, all of them miss. You go spin a pirouette and none of them land a blow. Moltel, let's see how.
Side guy, my shield.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them attack you, Moltel. What's your armor class?
22.
22. So we've got 1 hit. It does 13 damage of necrotic, so that's 6 if you're resistant to that.
Yes, I am resistant to necrotic damage.
Yeah. But your strength goes down by 3.
Oh no.
I choked on myself when I heard that. Oh my god.
I heard you. I heard someone go, oh, God. All right.
Damn it.
I mean,
If 6 of those hit me, I would die.
Yeah. Cletus, you can hear a big battle going on.
Oh no. Okay. He's gonna run. Hit wherever he can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he sees them all swarming. He's gonna. He has no spells to help you guys when you guys are inside the brain. So he's just gonna try and kill them.
Yep.
And shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts. Same. Let's say this guy here. This guy.
Which
right here.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Come right up behind, so that otherwise you'll get disadvantage with Moltel being a barricade to it rather than something that you can just shoot past.
Oh, he has spell sniper anyway.
Okay.
He has
Right,
he has a silly eye, but it still works for spells for some reason.
Very good.
So
Okay.
25 to hit and a 17 to hit,
Both of them hit.
and altogether there will be 21 damage.
What did the first one do? Jeez. Oh yeah, no, you killed it. Dead.
Oh, okay.
Bonus action?
No bonus action.
Threads.
He got nothing.
Yeah, okay. Threads?
Well, the last thing that Threads heard was Sharpie's voice in her mind saying, 2 down already, we're fine.
Okay. Yeah.
So she's probably going to just keep making her way like down, but
Yeah,
like
okay.
protecting the rear
Okay.
group.
All right. And Oliver will squeeze through into the room where above the chamber. Okay, Ash Louise.
Do I have to take my dash now?
Oh yeah, definitely. So your dash would have already gone off before that. We've just forgot to have it jump in. So you can start your turn now at the top of the stairs, just behind Sharpie.
Okay, then I shall cast. Oh, damn it! I will hit Moonbeam and hit 4 of those things.
Okay. So this is this little cluster of 4 beneath Jacuz.
Yes.
And Moonbeam. That sounds good against shadows.
I'll cast it at 3rd level as well.
Okay.
Then on their go.
That'll go on their turn, won't it? That's the way that works.
Yeah.
Okay. Moonbeam goes off. Draw it in if you want, while Moltel has his go.
Alright, question, DM, before I even start my turn.
Yep.
I'm wearing heavy armor, which has a weight restriction of 15. My strength, my strength restriction of 15. My strength is lower than that.
Yeah. That means you have disadvantage.
I was going to say, would that be disadvantage on my attacks?
Yes.
You may just want to dodge then.
Yeah, I'm just going to take the dodge action.
Okay. No bonus action.
Oh yes, actually, I'm going to invoke my Frost Rune.
Okay.
And that gives me a +2 bonus to all ability checks and saving throws that use Strength and Con.
Okay. All right. Frost Rain goes off. Jacuz. Target rich environment like last week.
Right. Yeah. I can't. I'm gonna attack this first.
Okay.
Bottom right corner.
Okay. Roll to hit. 23 hits.
Yeah. So that's 4 radiant, 9 bludgeoning.
Okay, it's still alive. Got critically injured at the end of that.
All right, and another one.
Oh, another crit.
Yeah.
Jack is busting them out.
All right.
Yeah.
You kill it.
And then surge, because I don't want to action surge on this one.
Okay.
Take my first action surge attack on the one on my right.
Okay.
Is this a 14 hit?
14 hits, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna use another divine smite on that one.
Okay. First level?
Level 1.
Okay.
So that's... Is it dead?
It's undead. It's a shadow.
Alright. So that's 11 radiant, I think. 10 radiant.
Okay. 10 radiant.
Radiant.
I'm missing that. What did you say?
14 radiant damage.
Okay. And how much from the hammer?
Or another 12.
Oh, okay. That one shots it.
And then next one on this one.
Okay. Pac-Man.
And I'm gonna use my last level once, if that's it. My last level 1 spell slot to cast Divine Smite again.
Okay.
So that's 20, yeah.
Okay.
18 damage.
You kill it.
Yep, that's my turn.
Sharpie. You're a witness to what's going on here. There's now
All right.
6 shadows.
No worries. First attack on the. Am I allowed to do my offhand end attack first?
Yeah. Bonus action.
Alright.
Yep.
Yep, so is it going to use it? So offhand attack on the one between Jackus and Moltel.
Okay.
24. 18 psychic damage.
All right. You one-shot it. Dead.
Alright, and then I'm going to try and take a shot at the one. I can just see him, but
Yeah, okay.
I'll take a shot at the other guy.
The one at the top?
Yeah.
Okay.
19.
19's a hit, even though it's very hard.
5 psychic. Yep, 5 psychic damage. And that's
Okay.
me done.
Okay. The lurkers go. Now, what happens with this moonbeam, Ash?
I think they all have to make con saves.
Ooh, okay.
I will pop it in.
Okay. One, two, three, 4. A natural 20, a 17.
DC 15 con save.
Okay, so 2 pass, 2 fail.
They pass, they take 6, and if they fail, they take 12 radiant damage.
Okay. They all survive it. But the top 2 are more diminished. This is the wrong kind of music for fighting, but fighting shadows is a very quiet affair. And this one goes here. This one goes here. This one goes here. This one goes here. Okay. They get disadvantage to hit you, Moltel, because of your
Dodge action, yes. So
Dodgy.
yes.
dodgy business. Okay, the first one. 1, 2. We'll pick the lowest. 12. The second one. 1, 2. We'll pick the lowest. An 8 and a 19, so also misses. Jackus, you've got 3 attacking you. 1, 2, 3. We have an 11, a natural 1, and a 7. All of them miss, and you don't get drained of 3d4 strength. Cletus.
Cletus. Oh, okay. He's gonna shoot at the new guy that came into the same place as the old guy that he killed.
Into the grinder.
Yeah. So convenient. He's gonna shoot out 2 beams, a 20 and a 16 to hit.
Okay, you kill it with those 2 shots.
Okay.
Threads. You hear this sound. Coming from the west.
And I do not like it. I'm not an idiot, so I'm not going to go look for it, but I'm just going to stay on guard here.
Okay. Valine gets
Hold action for if anything comes into
Valine gets a
sight.
wand out and points it over your shoulder as well.
Great, thanks, Valen.
Okay. Ash Louise.
I will. So the thing is behind us, right?
Yeah, so you can hear some sort of hyena type sounds from behind you.
I will move the beam over us and plop it above in that alcove. Just cover the whole the whole corridor.
Okay, how far can you move it?
Move up to 60 feet as an action.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, all right. So you can cover the area in front of Threads.
So if it comes in, the moment on its turn that it touches it inside, it will take the damage. So, and then I can't see, is Jacuz badly hurt? I can't see his health bar.
Nah, he's good.
No, he's all right.
That will be my action, and unless I bonus action spiritual weapon, but we'll save that.
Okay.
So that's me done.
Okay. Let me see. I'm just scrolling out a little. Yikes.
So, whose go is it? Because the turn order's all funky.
Oh yeah,
at the moment.
it just wonked around a little bit because Jack was held just because of his Roll20 problems. But at this point, I'm just adding someone in.
Okay.
Adding someone in. Very interesting.
You know, just someone.
Just someone.
You know, could be any old person.
I know.
Okay.
No reference to vampires at all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this
It could
creature that
be.
you saw, Threads, comes and strides around the corner. It's hunched over, but it's probably about 7 foot tall. Bloody, matted maw and claws, but it's walking on 2 legs. It's not a giant hyena. It's the creature you saw before. And it looks at you, and its eyes glow this sickly green yellow, and you need to do a Constitution saving throw.
Do I get my shot in first or
You get
later?
your shot in now.
Yeah, okay. $25 to hit.
25 hits. Does full damage too.
For 18 total damage, but 6 necrotic. I don't know if it's immune or whatever.
Yeah, it seems to not be affected by the black trailing mist that these arrows carry, so it takes 12. And Velin pumps a whole stack of magic missiles into it too. Okay, 17 damage from 4 magic missiles that automatically hit. And then you need to do your Constitution saving throw.
Oops, I got a 7.
Okay, you become poisoned.
Oh god.
Your eyes begin weeping this yellow fluid.
Alright, poisoned.
And we're using the skull and crossbones like for poison containers. And it moves away. Out of line of sight. Moltel.
I'm going to move to there.
Okay.
And take the dodge action again.
Okay. Jackus.
Which one of the floor looks like most injured?
The one to your to the east.
East. I'll tap it first.
Roll to hit.
Well, that hit.
How much? Sorry, I missed that.
There's an 11 hit.
11 misses.
Alright, one more. 24.
Second attack.
I forgot to uncheck smite.
Yeah.
So that's just 13 damage for radiant.
Okay. That kills it.
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay, Sharpie, the way's clear. Moltel's moved away a little bit. There's a shadow only 10 feet away from you.
All right. Which shadow was the shadows left? I know I damaged the one up the top.
They're all
Which was
damaged. They're all quite badly damaged. The one closest to you
damaged.
is
Can't really tell which. Yep.
the one closest to you
So
is in
the
tatters.
offhand
Is in tatters.
All right. So I'm going to throw my main hand at him.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm going to throw the offhand first at
Okay.
the one over here.
Okay.
Reroll.
Natural 1.
24.
Luck of the halfling hits.
6 psychic damage.
Okay, doesn't kill it. But it's on its last
Sorry,
legs.
sneak attack. 24.
Oh, we'll call that dead. We'll call that dead. Undead.
And the main hand on the one straight in front of me.
Okay.
12.
12 hits.
9 psychic.
Dead. Any more?
And he's heard this guy's back, so he's actually going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. Here.
Back up the stairs.
Walking
Okay.
through people.
Okay. Jakus, this thing attacks you one more time. Where are we? Okay, there we go. Here it comes. 19.
Oh, doesn't hit.
Hey, all right. Cletus, Maximus.
Do I hear noise coming from behind me?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So as far as Cletus can see, it looks like the room's empty. So he's gonna go back and follow. Ah! Sorry, I didn't realize this was like a line and blocks everything. Okay, he's gonna. Oh, he can't see anything. He's just gonna go forward. Maybe he'll tell everyone. He'll yell out behind him. Bring the fight over here, and he'll move his 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he'll shoot. Oh, there is last one. Okay, there's one last guy. So he'll try and kill the last guy that he didn't see.
2 Eldritch Blasts.
2 Eldritch Blasts. Does a 12 hit though?
It does.
It does. Okay, so 17 damage altogether.
It's dead.
Okay, and he's like, "Get away from the corridors!"
Threads, what are you gonna do?
Can I move through this square?
Just damage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take damage if I go through it.
Yep. You go close enough that you can feel. It's radiant damage, isn't it? So it's like putting your hand up against an oven. You can tell it's gonna get burny if you go closer.
See through it. It's just like dim light.
Yeah.
You can see through it.
Damn it, I can't see the thing. I'm gonna send Dawn in.
Okay. Dawn's under Sharpie. There he is.
Oh wait, can she fly? No, can she fly over this space, or if she just flies through it?
She'll have to fly
Is that
through
gonna damage her?
It will.
Yeah, it's a 10-foot wide like pillar basically.
And Ash is not there to consult to tell you exactly how many hit points and that sort of thing. But you know you'll take damage if you go through.
Okay, then I'm just gonna stay here and keep watch for the thing again. Hold my action for it if it comes back into my line of sight.
Okay. Ash Louise.
I will turn to Malta, Thetis, and Jackus. Are we making our stand to this chamber? I gesture to the room they're in.
Yeah. Also, we can't see the beast or whatever you're fighting.
Okay, I'll say, guys, come over here, and then I'll move inside.
Okay. Ash, I sort of overlooked it last time, but you can move the moonbeam to a place you can see. So around the corner. I'm assuming that you've gone up up to there, just for consistency, so that you could land it where it actually is. Otherwise, we have to turn back time. But yep. So just for future. Okay, and you're now back in the room. Right. This hyena creature comes around the corner. Threads, you can loose again.
Coming right up.
You're ready to action.
18 to hit.
18 is a hit.
For 8 piercing damage.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh wait, do I have disadvantage?
Yes.
Because I'm poisoned.
Because you're poisoned.
Okay, let me
try that.
Let me do another roll.
Yep.
Okay, I still hit it.
Hey, 23. Okay, so I've taken the 8 off. And Velin did... I've rolled the wrong dice. No wonder it was so high. Does another 15 damage to the creature. Now, Ash Louise, how much damage does your moonbeam do?
3d10.
3d10? Oh my god. Okay, roll it. Oh, when does it happen?
Okay.
When they go in on their turn. Yeah, it'll happen now.
Yeah, if they go in on their turn or if they start their turn in it.
Yeah, okay.
Rolling now. Oh my god, these rolls are terrible.
How'd you go?
5.
5? 2, 2, 1. Oh my god. Okay.
5 rate.
Okay.
2, a 2, and a 1.
Okay.
Oh.
And then it attacks you. Threads. It bites. Hitting,
Great.
Natural 1. Hits armor class 9. You dodge aside. It tries again. Hits armor class 12. Only rolling a 4.
Threads, the dodgiest of the dodgiest.
Dodgy of dodgies. Maltel.
I'm going to, as my free action, basically bash my axe against my shield and yell out in Celestial, "Fight me!"
Okay.
Try in the hopes of bringing it closer down to the to me, and of course I'm taking the dodge action.
Okay. Jackus, can you, Maltel, I'll get you to do a persuasion for me. You can have advantage on that. Jackus.
Well, would Jackus know that there's an enemy?
Yeah, you know there's there's a bit of hyena action up the stairs.
I'm gonna go rush in then.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Bring it down here.
7 on my persuasion.
Okay.
Yep, that's as far as I can go, I think.
Yeah, so you can't see.
Already an action if the hyena goes into melee range.
Okay. All right. You finish the turn. Threads. This creature almost vanishes it moves like the Flash, the superhero, and dashes away from you. And you lose sight of it. Sharpie.
This thing, Sharpie's just going to move there to see what happened to it, but he's going to then move back down here.
Into the shadow
basically.
chamber? Yeah, okay.
Yep, and just tell the others that the thing attacked, but took a bunch of damage and then fled again.
Yep.
You're going to need something to pin this guy down.
Cletus, threads.
He's just waiting for everybody to come out, so
Yeah.
he's making his way into the chamber a little
Yeah,
bit
okay.
more. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay. And threads?
Yeah, it's just run away, hasn't it? So can't really do much. Just gonna move to where the rest of the party are.
Okay. I'm moving out. I'm moving the turn order away now at this stage. And Oliver will also shamble his way down out of the tight squeeze. And you find yourselves in a large chamber. Looks like there's a few corpses on the ground, very old. Some of the bones are gnawed.
Velen, do you have any spells that could immobilize this creature? Do we have any kind of plan?
Velin.
Yes.
Not that I can think of. Maybe a hypnotic pattern if it succumbs to it.
Oh, that could be something.
Then we wouldn't be able to attack it, though.
Yeah, you
But
just
might
get,
at least hold it there for a second.
you get your one hit. One.
I can cast Locate Creature if we want to actually actively hunt it.
In my current state, I can't hunt anything.
What's your current state? Your health bar seems alright, or do you mean your strength?
My strength, meaning I'm trying to carry this heavy armor. I'm not moving very far in it.
Well, we are racking up these like status effects. Do we keep going, or do we try and take a long rest?
It was literally like 5 minutes since we passed our last short rest.
Yeah.
You can roll a Ash. Can you roll a religion with advantage,
Okay.
or medicine? Your call.
Ooh, I'm better at medicine.
Okay. Just for investigating with Moltel talking about his strength drain.
Oh, nat 20.
Okay. So
Best cleric.
you remember, you've not experienced these creatures firsthand, but you're confident that from your learnings, you think that just a short rest would be enough for your strength to return. However,
How about threads as poison?
the
And then go over to threads and spend another 5 hit points to cure the poison.
yeah, if
Thank you.
so you can remove that condition. You also think, though, that if someone were to be fully drained by a shadow of their strength, regardless of their hit points, they would die, and a few hours later they would rise as a shadow themselves. And the other thing that you remember.
What about-
The other thing you remember from your knowledge of shadows is that they're generally created by creatures who are sort of driven to evil acts, but are full of remorse for doing so. They become twisted and don't pass on to the afterlife as a result.
Oh. I wonder if they were netherese at all,
Hmm.
and somehow were trapped down here.
Same thought I had. Wonder what they're remorseful for.
You can do a investigation. There's corpses all in the room. You can do a bit of an investigation
Yeah.
to try and sleuth it out.
Sharpie will have a look.
Okay. If it's
It would be at this stage to DM that Mortel will just shrink back to his normal size.
okay.
24 on investigation.
Okay. You looking at the way these bones and the way these bodies are laid out, you think some have died of starvation, and some of them have died from being cut up. So you sleuth it together that probably what's
Somebody's
happened,
gone full Nina.
yeah, is they've cannibalised each other, and whether they wanted to or not, being stuck down here after the crash. Probably survivors of the crash that couldn't get out.
Well, if we had time, speak with the dead would be awful interesting here.
Do we have a bag of holding that we could take a corpse with?
Good God, you and your corpse bagging.
You and like taking the corpse along.
You need a bell.
I mean,
you need a bell and a wagon. Bring out your dead. I think
Bring out your dead for questioning.
Yeah.
yeah. She's a inquisitor, inquisitor necromancer. Well, shall we do a dome and have another short rest then? Just because one of our tanks is not a tank at the moment.
That's a wonderful idea.
And
Do you mind if
want
Sharpie
to-
does? I'll stay in the dome while you cast it, but then can I scout the next room or two quietly? That way I can always come back and hide in the shelter.
Yeah, that's wise.
Because we're not making any progress here.
Okay, so can someone summarise that? I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah, we'll ritual cast a dome,
Okay, in this room.
and then Sharpie will scout. I guess so.
And Sharpie's going to scout.
Yep, so it's going to be inside the dome when it's cast so we can get back in if needed.
Sure. Okay. All right. And everyone else piles inside the dome, and Sharpie goes a snooping. Oh, you've got this eye too.
Cleared it.
If you want to do an eye snoop, Velin can.
Yeah,
Send the eye first, certainly.
Okay. So how about Cletus? Let's, for the sake of you guys playing
let's
the
just
game
say
rather
Cletus,
than
you
me,
touched it.
you're the eye. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so he has the eye. Let's just say he's had the eye the whole time.
Okay.
I guess
Where
we
to?
know south is where we want to go, but do we want to look at north and east just so we don't get...
Yeah, especially the north chamber. Looks like it closes off down there.
Okay, so Cletus sends the eye. His eyes are all rolled over. He's inside the dome safe, and then he scouts. He scouts.
Now,
Okay.
can you see in that room now?
Yeah. Which room?
The room where the eye goes.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So I'll give you a bit of a description of that room, because while it looks like just an empty chamber, some of them might still have something
Okay,
interesting.
so is it this room that had anything that is worthwhile? This dead end?
Yeah, it looks like there's a... No, you don't see anything. Looks like there's a few tools on the ground, knives and whatnot.
Okay. And then he will go scouting these two chambers
Over to the east.
to the east, yes.
Yeah, okay. So let's have a look. It's a fairly small sort of chamber with thousands of icicles above.
Do the icicles look like they might have monsters hiding between them?
They could do, but you don't spot any.
Okay.
Those
And
little
that in this.
mephits look like icicles themselves. So
Okay. And this room.
okay, you continue on to the west, going further west, and this room looks like it is. It's odd thing that you encounter is it looks like there's statues in this room. If you remember the statues of Orwell's garden, it looks like something similar, but very poorly done. So it's scrunched up snow or just scraped ice so that it's like snow, and they're piled up into snowmen, but trying to be the shapes of hyenas and gnolls and centipedes.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
The Oral's sculptures were from ice, right? Not from snow.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they were more
And this
like,
is made from. And these are more snow sculptures than ice sculptures.
Well, more like crushed snow.
Crushed snow.
Yeah, sandcastles.
Okay. He'll send the eye down the furthest corridors.
Okay. You go down another flight of stairs at this point.
Oh,
Into
okay.
the next room. And into a room full of those little vampiric kobolds, and they seem to be all squabbling and fighting over bones and things.
Is it like the nest area?
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a den, yeah.
A den, okay.
They're moving
then he's
around.
gonna
They're moving around on the walls and the ceilings naturally, as if it's second nature to them.
They're moving around. They're like spiders.
They have
Like-
like an innate spider climb ability.
Okay. Okay. We wanna avoid this area. And then one last chamber before he sends the eye home. Okay. And what is anything worthwhile in this chamber?
Okay.
That.
Let's have a look. Piles of crushed snow.
More crushed snow.
Not so much
Okay.
in statues like the others, but like it looks like there's been lots of not snow because you're well underground in ice here. But if you scrape scrape ice, shaved ice. You got slushies on the ground.
Okay.
Looks like the slushies have had blood sprinkled on them.
Okay. And just one last one before he goes back. What's south of here? Ooh.
Where are you? I can't see where you are.
South of the group now.
Oh yeah, so you scooch back in and then just head down the stairs.
Is there anything, this first chamber, anything worthwhile?
You see something very cold for a moment. Approaching, cold as in because you're using dark vision, just light and shadow. You see it go, some sort of humanoid that's completely black approach you. It's looking at you, and then the eye goes out.
Oh. And then Cletus gasps, his eyes turn back to normal. And he'll tell the group that the north chamber is a dead end. But if we want to continue east, there's a den of those hungry looking kobolds, remember? But there's like 5 or 6 of them.
Yep.
I don't know if we want to go, but there's some like ice, there's some snow sculptures there. And he'll explain that last one, south, is the one, there's a creature there that dispelled my magic eye.
I'll show you what you saw. Ready?
He seems really powerful.
Another shadow?
Oh, that's massive.
That's just so
Is that the size?
That's just so you can see it.
Okay, it's not his size.
No.
It's it took up 1 square.
Yeah.
But that's what he
So
saw.
it's a slightly more powerful shadow, maybe. That should be easy enough to deal with.
I think he might be a magic user.
Still, together shouldn't be too big a deal.
Yeah, but I didn't see anything more than that. I didn't explore enough.
I would
But-
like to go take up a look at the north one with the tools and knives and stuff.
Yeah, that one is empty, so there's nothing. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, Sharpie, you move up into that area.
Yep. Just take a look at the tools and
Yep.
knives and stuff.
Appears to be a dead end. Do you want to do a bit of an investigation if you're having a hunt? It's not so much perception, looking at the tools and figuring it out.
27.
Oh, okay. Okay, you can see remains of skeletons sheathed in frost on the uneven floor. Their skulls all appear to be missing. Some of the bones...
How many skeletons?
A dozen. Some of the bones have signs of teeth marks in them. And you can feel some sort of lingering unease. You know, the hair on the back of your neck rises. You're snooping about. You're trying to piece together what's happened. It looks like a continuation of the room before that you're in, but there's some tools and things in here. They look like butcher's knives. And you start to feel hungry.
Yeah, well, I'll finish looking around here and then go back to the Lehman's tiny hut to eat.
Okay. The rest of you see Sharpie come back in. You can describe what you saw or not.
Yeah, he will.
He unpacks his rations, and you're all watching quite oddly as Sharpie just ravenously hoovers a full day's worth of rations.
I
And,
guess maybe Sharpie's a nervous eater.
and at the end of about a minute or so, he sort of looks up at you and he's wiping a bit of, picking a bit of fish jerky out of his teeth. He looks up, what? Sharpie, one thing you spotted in your investigation was there was a holy symbol around one of the corpses, so you could have grabbed that if you wanted to.
Yeah, they'll basically toss that to Ash.
Okay.
What now?
Holy symbol, what looks like?
Oh, can I make a religion check?
Yeah, you can. Religion or history, your call. Velin will nut heads with you if you want to have advantage.
Oh, fantastic. I probably need it. Yeah, I do. Let's see if the roll is any better.
You got a
Oh
5,
no, it was
a 5 and I can't see the other one.
a nat one.
Oh,
You can re-roll the nat 1.
Hey, reroll the next one. You are close to a very lucky person and it rubs off on you.
It's the best we can do for you.
Yeah.
You've got to roll well sometime.
The third time is the charm.
Just keep rolling.
Way, nat 20.
Hey!
Just keep rolling till you pass. It's a halfling way. Okay.
That's how we roll.
This is a symbol to Mistral, the ancient goddess of magic. Predates Mistra and is a different goddess altogether. A 4-pointed star. For the more mercenary among you, it's worth about 25 gold.
I'll put it in party loot.
Okay. Who's wearing it? Someone needs to or
I wear
carries
it.
it. Remember, there's those 2 potions of superior healing too. You have to just someone. Well, you need to know who's carrying them.
So this one is a Mistral and not
Yeah.
Mistral, or the other way around.
Yeah, Mistral.
Okay, got it.
So would we have completed a short rest? In the dome?
Not just yet.
Not yet. Oh.
Any more scouting, Sharpie? You've got an hour, so there's plenty to do. You've only gone into one room.
True, but I mean, Cletus has already scouted out with the eye. There's basically a room with a bunch of kobold vampires and a room with shadow. Is there anything else?
Yeah, there's some stairs that he didn't look at. So there are some stairs going down.
Where?
A lot of stairs going down everywhere. So there's a stairs here, stairs here, stairs here. There's a corridor he didn't catch here. There's like 4 unknown.
Yeah, I can't actually see all those pings. Sorry.
Okay. There's a lot of unknown that he did not see. So I think it's worthwhile scouting.
Get Cletus. Yeah, I'll get Cletus to describe where he hasn't been, and Sharpie will go stealthy there.
Yeah, okay. So the closest one is just in the next chamber to the west. If I do shift and ping, yeah, it's there. And there's stairs going down there, and the eye didn't get that far. So Sharpie, if you can do a... are you going to just stealth down there? Don't roll it yet. Okay. Yeah, do a stealth roll to sneak down there. Okay, you sneaky, and you can move yourself down now or remove the barrier. Go downstairs about 20 foot down into a smallish chamber with another doorway going beyond, or passageway going beyond 5 foot. There's a ghost or a spectre or banshee or something, one of those type of things. Looks like a human tradesman, like with an apron, like a leather apron on, and seems to be walking around the room aimlessly looking about. It doesn't take any notice of you.
All right. So it's just walking around the room, not particularly looking or anything?
Seems like it's aimlessly. You can do an investigation to try and figure out a pattern or something like that.
Can I do it basically just, I've got time, so just can I wait and do an insight roll on it, just to see what it's doing?
Yeah, sure.
20.
Okay. It looks like it's perusing something that you can't see. Casually. It even goes to move things, like picking things up and putting them back down again.
So it actually seems solid, or is it just picking up imaginary things?
It's picking up things that aren't there. Yeah, it's like a phantasm.
Okay. Sharpie will try and stealth through.
Okay. To the other end of the chamber and beyond?
Yep.
Okay.
Natural 20 on stealth.
Fork in the passage. You can go left or right. Right seems to go back to the chamber where that undead creature was.
Okay. Go down the other way.
Okay. Let's...
He's obviously reporting this psychically to Threads, Mortel, and Jackus.
Yeah, okay.
Although, it must be pointed out that the hyena is very fast, so if it ambushes you, even if you disengage, it might still be able to, hit and run you.
Yeah, I tend to hide from that thing as much as possible. Also, everything else.
Okay, you move into the next room, and the chamber does continue on. There's a passageway at the end. It's otherwise empty, but there's another one of those boreholes, Remirez tunnel, going straight down and sliding off.
He's not going to go anywhere near that. He'll just have a look at it and then continue on.
Okay. Continuing on down the passage. Yep. You find that there's this long passage twists and turns, and it's now descending. It's quite long. Carrying on.
Yep.
I'm just removing a barrier for you. There we go. So you can see a bit further. Okay, the passage you're in opens out till it's about 20, almost 30 feet wide. One,
He's
two,
going to
3, 4.
move along the wall carefully and keeping out of sight.
Okay. And who are you in contact? You're in contact with Mortel, aren't you? And Threads?
Mortel, Jackass, and Threads.
Yeah, okay. There's a passage going further south, and you see that there's this sheet of ice to your east, and this flat sheet of cloudy ice forms one wall. It's a 40-foot high cavern. There's something dark, humongous, shifting behind the wall, and its tentacles are waving unimpeded as if it can move through the ice, flying almost. And you become aware you're not alone inside your mind. Somehow this thing from another world must have made contact. You are a natural telepath after all. Can you roll a saving throw, please?
It saw me?
Maybe not, but you can feel it in your mind.
Okay.
But you can't see any eyes as such.
What? Yeah. Oh, it's still. What saving throw?
Wisdom.
Wisdom?
Yep.
I'll re-roll that.
Is that a natural one?
Yep.
Oh, ugly. Okay. 19, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep, so you managed to cast it out of your mind. None shall pass.
And Sharpie will flee.
Okay.
All haste.
Okay. All right. You just do one more stealth roll. Oh no, there's no chamber there where there are creatures. So yep, you're fine. You make it back to the group. Remirez, the chamber with the phantasm, and back to everyone else. Moltel.
Yep. So whatever.
By the end of this hour, your axe becomes magical.
Yay!
And you all take a short rest, and your strength returns.
Does the HP return as well?
It doesn't.
Mm.
I think there's a couple of you with reduced maximums.
How much are we all down by? I think I'm down by a lot. I'm down by like 30, I thought.
I'm only down by 3.
Yeah.
So I'm fine. As long as I don't lose my strength again, I'm fine.
Ash lost quite a bit. So there
I
was,
see. Yeah.
15.
How much did I lose?
I don't remember. I think it was about 17 from your max.
Oh, 17 altogether. Okay. I thought it was like 12 and then 17, so I added them together.
No, I think it was. I can't remember.
The last hit was 17. Not all was necrotic, though.
I see.
Yeah, I think the last hit was 7. From memory. Threads, you got hit, didn't you? It bit you.
Did it bite? No, it didn't bite me.
I can't remember.
Threads matrixed it all.
I think it
Yeah,
was.
Matrixed it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. All right.
It just
So-
poisoned me because I failed my con save.
Yes. Okay. So, you take your short rest. You manage to recover that. You've done a fair bit of scouting, and you're still beset by this this vampire knoll. And you've now seen that there are more of these vampire spawn kobolds. Clearly, it's thralls or something along those lines. Mini vampires. Which you've fought and killed one of them, but there's more around. Very good. It's just gone 11:30. I think that's a good spot to close, and you can roll hit dice and whatever if you need to for your short rest. But now you've actually buffed a little bit with Maltel having a magic weapon, and just with the knowledge of Sharpie's scouting. Sharpie, as you're travelling around, you feel your hunger growing.
Well, that's really odd.
Yeah.
Not good at all.
No.
Yeah, I will tell everyone else that because they were eating another meal directly after the first one. It's not.
Yeah,
usual.
it's probably you reckon your hunger's growing, and you can decide not to. It's like Jenny Craig. You can put it off for a bit, but probably within an hour or so, you'll probably want to have another meal, and that meal might only be satisfied with a full day's rations.
So full day's rations within an hour? Yeah, okay, that's unusual.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got a
When
dose.
we get out of here, can I do a... Oh, is he back with us?
Yeah, he's back with you.
Yep.
Can I do any kind of medicine check on him?
Yeah, you can. We'll do that now rather than wait next week. Then you can just all launch off into your next thing.
Cool. Ooh, another nat 20.
Wow.
Yes.
A lot of nat 20s today.
Okay. So this carries on from your knowledge of the shadows and the psychic trauma that can linger in places where people have been forced to cannibalism, and the hunger that these people all died of even after eating their friends and compatriots. Seems to have filled the room where they did their butchery, and that same hunger has now afflicted poor Sharpie.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So it's a curse of cannibalism?
Yeah, you believe that it is a form of a curse, and so probably whatever sort of magic or effect that could remove a curse would probably remove his traumatic hunger. Comfort food. You think that if he doesn't eat, what will most likely happen is he will slowly become exhausted, as if he was dying of starvation, and the exhaustion would grow hour by hour until he died. He could probably die of hunger within a day.
Can you last just this evening, Sharpie? I will prepare the spell and break the curse tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
First thing.
I'll be fine.
Yes, it's likely not something that with your natural 20, obviously you know all about this. You read the book, and maybe even saw someone get an exorcism to cast out this evil spirit that causes the hunger. Sharpie's hunger would you know, he can try and stave it off with a Constitution check. So his own health can try and cast that aside and not take the exhaustion. So there's a chance hour by hour that he doesn't, you know, start to decline, but eventually it will happen, unchecked.
Yeah. So that northern room, strongly advise nobody else to go into.
Don't go there.
Well,
Otherwise, we're going to run out of food real quick.
well, we can't go north. We can't go south. We can only go west.
I actually think going south is the best idea. I mean, it was one shadow, probably more powerful than the ones we just encountered.
I really think he has the power to negate our magic. So I think our strong men should just zerg him.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably it's either that or the vampire kobold. Whatever that huge thing he was under the ice, I don't want to go
Yeah.
there.
All right.
We saw a picture of the Faerim in all those books and stuff, didn't we?
Yeah, you did.
What?
It doesn't.
Was
look
that like a
that.
tentacle was it a tentacle
Did
monster?
it look like the thing?
No, it doesn't. The Faerim do have tentacles, but they're much shorter and around the mouth, whereas this looked much more like a giant kraken type creature, an octopus.
Can I do some sort of check now that I've had a good look at it to out what
Yeah,
it
you
is?
could. It'd need to be Arcana or straight intelligence.
Okay.
Really?
Advantage?
Oh yeah, the party could help you out if you describe it.
18.
Okay. So you think it's probably an aberration from the far realm. And with that, I think we should sign out for the evening.
Yep. Good night.
One.
Rime-hearted Mother Earth awaits 1 week for thee.
All right. See everyone next week. You've
Thank you.
До свидания.
a lot of progress.
Bye-bye. We're grinding through this mega dungeon.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm going to sign.